The Moana sequel is in theaters now. It was originally supposed to be a Disney Plus show, but because it was so good, they decided that it needed to get a theatrical release. Or they realized that Disney Plus isn't bringing in the money that for some reason they really thought that it would, and they were desperate for a win, which of course they will never admit that. And after watching the movie, it's definitely the latter. Moana 2 follows Moana and her new crew, joined by Maui of course, as they set off to break a curse that will reunite all the people of the water. I finally watched the first one last week, and I really liked it. It had memorable characters, of course, memorable songs, and the story was really great. But this one, it was alright. You can definitely tell this was supposed to be a show. There's points where you could almost spot the end of an episode, like when certain things are resolved, or there's certain things that were clearly supposed to be cliffhangers for the end of certain episodes. But towards like maybe the halfway point, that gets a little bit better and the story starts to flow a bit more. There is a mid-credit scene, which I usually talk about mid or end credit scenes towards the end of my videos, but there is a mid-credit scene, and the reason I bring that up now is because it really felt like a setup for what would have been a season 2 and not really like a post-credit scene for a movie. I don't know. It kind of could work for both, but it just felt off to me. It was really giving me like TV vibes. Maybe that's just me, but I guess we'll see what they do. Maybe they'll make another movie, or maybe this time they'll actually go the TV route. I guess we'll see. The cast all did a good job, of course, including when they performed the new songs, but those songs just didn't do it for me. Lin-Manuel Miranda didn't return to write the songs here, and it really shows. The songs aren't bad, but I mean, they're just really forgettable. There were a couple that were like, they were pretty decent, but I doubt you'll be hearing them much in the future. Unlike some of the other ones from the first movie, which are kind of classics now, there's not going to be anything like that from this one. One thing that I think really hurt some of these songs, they didn't have Lin-Manuel Miranda, like I mentioned, but then they try to imitate him instead of doing their own thing since they didn't have him. Like, they tried doing his thing where he mixes hip-hop with the theatrical type, musical type music. And yeah, it wasn't something that they could pull off. In those scenes where they were kind of rapping, you could just tell they were trying to make it feel like Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote it. And yeah, it didn't work. Moana 2 is a perfectly serviceable sequel. And that's about all I can say for it. There's literally nothing in this film that I could point to and say, hey, this really stood out for me. Okay. I guess the animation. The animation was pretty good. But besides that, not a single thing that really stood out. But there also really wasn't anything bad. So, it's a continuation of the story. So if you're a big fan of the first, and you were looking for more stories from that world, it gives you that, but not much else. Bob Iger thought it was really good though. So, there's that. Anyway, towards the very end, I swear, they literally used the Roblox ooh sound effect. Like, maybe I'm tripping. But I swear, like, it was the exact same sound, so let me know if you caught that. Ooh. And this has nothing to do with the movie itself, but my experience watching it kind of sucked. It was blurry the whole time, and not super blurry where I couldn't watch it, but just blurry enough where it was really annoying. And we tried talking to them. They couldn't fix it, or they didn't fix it. I don't know. And there was a baby crying for half of the movie, but hey, it was only half the movie, so could have been worse, I guess. I don't know. I love going to the movie theater. I know a lot of other people do too, but sometimes I really understand why some people don't like it. But are you going to go see Moana 2? If you already did, let me know what you think. I hope to hear from you. Join me by subscribing, please, as I talk about things like video games, movies, TV, and much more. I always got more stuff on the way. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.